Hi friends, welcome to your wind down yoga practice. This is an all-level yoga class that includes some elements of slow vinyasa flow to release some tension, as well as some deeper stretches to really open up and let go. This is great to practice after work, in the evening, or really any time that you want to create some calmness and some spaciousness in the body and in the mind. We only need one prop today. It could be a yoga block if you have one. It can also be a small cushion or a folded up blanket, anything you have at hand. And if you don't have anything, that's okay. We'll only use it once and I'll show you how to do it without as well. So let's get started. We begin our practice today in a wide-legged child's pose. So you want to come into all fours, and from here bring the big toes together and the knees wide apart. So you can rest the hips back and down comfortably towards the heels, allowing the belly to sink in between the thighs. The arms are nice and long and the forehead is sinking down to the ground. If the floor is quite far away for you today, there is an option to fold your arms and rest the forehead on the hands or on the forearms, whatever feels best. So just take a moment to settle into a version of this posture that allows you to relax. Maybe closing the eyes. And beginning to draw all the attention, all the energy into this present moment. Allowing everything that has happened today to move into the background and blur away. As you begin to notice your body relaxing, the mind calming down. And you want to begin to softly deepen the breath without any exaggeration, just a very smooth, long, deep breath. Becoming more conscious and present with each circle of breath. And feeling the muscles of the body relax with each exhalation just a little more. Staying for 3 more, taking a long inhale. And a long exhale. Once again, long inhale. Full exhale. One more time, deep inhale through the nose. And then go ahead and open your mouth and make a sighing sound as you let it go. Good. You can keep the eyes closed or softly blink them open if you need some visual instruction. We stay in the child's pose, walking the hands over to the right side, all the way off the mat. Maybe the left hand can come over to the right one, opening up the left side body, resting the forehead back down or letting it hang, whatever feels good. Feeling the side body opening, pulling left shoulder and hip apart, breathing into this expansion. While still allowing the hips to be heavy and relaxed. 3 long breaths in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly walk your hands back to the center and all the way over to the second side, to the left side. Maybe the right hand can reach over to the left one and then rest the upper body back down, relaxing the neck and the head, creating that space on the right side body, allowing the abdomen to relax and the hips, and taking 3 conscious long breaths here, inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more. Good. And then slowly walk your hands back to the center. And then all the way towards the upper body. Bring the knees together and see if you can sit upright on the heels for a moment. If it becomes too much for the knees, feel free to change your seat into a cross-legged seat. Good. Finding a long spine, take your arms overside, give yourself a big stretch. Inhale, gaze up to your hands. And on the exhale, bring the palms together and pull them in front of the heart. Give a little bit of pressure so we can stretch the wrists. Good. We do this again. Inhale, reach the arms up overside. Exhale, draw that breath, the energy towards you. And then once again, inhale, reach the arms up, give yourself a nice big stretch. And exhale, take the hands together in front of the heart. Yeah, we take the arms out to the sides this time. And on the exhale, bring your left arm over the right one for your eagle arms. You can either grab the shoulders, bring the backs of the hands together, or join the palms. Inhale, lift your elbows a little higher. And on the exhale, pull the shoulders back and down. Good. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Melting that tension from the shoulders. Release. Inhale, open the arms out wide again. And on the exhale, bring the right arm over the left, eagle arms, second side. Either hug around the shoulders, backs of the hands together, palms, whatever feels good for you today. Inhaling, lifting the elbows. Exhaling, pulling the shoulders down and apart. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, good. Take your arms out to the side, inhale. And on the exhale, interlace all 10 fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart as you inhale. Pull the shoulders back and down as you exhale. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And once again, inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. Release the arms. Give the hands, the arms a nice good shake. Also relax the shoulders. Shake off all the tension. Good. A bit faster. Good. And then let it go. Come onto all fours, placing the hands down. Maybe you want to tap the backs of the feet a little bit onto the ground after sitting on the heels for a while. And then tuck your toes under, knees are under the hips, hands are under shoulders. On your exhale, press away from the ground, round into a cat stretch, really opening up through the back body. And on the inhale, open the heart, open the chest. Find a bit of an arched back. Exhale again, round the spine. And inhale, open up the chest. Good. Just 3 more times. Exhaling, rounding for your cat stretch. Inhaling, opening into cow stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then on the inhale, come into a neutral spine position. The hips stay over the knees. You start walking the hands forward slowly into Anahatasana, the posture of the heart. You want to melt the chest down to the ground. If your shoulders feel tight, you can open the hands wider. And allow the chin or the forehead to sink to the mat. If that's far away, you can either hover or use your prop. It could be a cushion or a block you rest your forehead on. And feel how the armpits, the shoulders are open, the chest. The ribs are being expanded and your heart melts down towards the ground. Staying 3 long breaths. Practicing that patience whenever you're wondering when there's going to be the next pose or whenever you're drifting off into thoughts. Practicing being fully present in the here and now. Focusing on the sensations in the body. Take 2 more conscious breaths. Good. Engage the core a little, pull the hips back towards a child, but we're not going all the way. We bring the forearms down to the mat so we can from here pull ourselves forward and onto the belly into a small cobra. Good. We point the toes, press tops of the feet down, lift the chest up, pull the shoulders down, inhale. And exhale, bring the forehead down to the mat. Good. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Fluid movement. One more time. Cobra. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, release. Good. Tuck your toes under. Very strong arms. Inhale, press into the knees. Exhale towards a child. And then lift the hips up for your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And we'll take a moment to generously pedal the legs. Pressing one heel after the other down towards the ground so you can stretch the soles of the feet. And open through the back of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings. You may want to bring the knees from side to side, bringing some movement into the hip joints, into the low back. And then go ahead and open the mouth, move your jaw from left to right, releasing any tension. Good. Maybe look underneath one arm or the other, softening the neck. Bend your knees a little more, press the hips super high, find that long spine, gaze towards the knees or the belly button. We'll take 3 alliance breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth with the tongue out and a sound. Be courageous. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All the tension out. One more inhale. And let it go. Good. Gaze forward, inhale, slowly come forward into a higher plank. And on the exhale, bring knees, chest and chin down to the ground. The hips stay lifted. This pose is called Ashtanga Namaskar, 8 points to the ground. Inhale, slide forward into your cobra. We've been here before, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips towards the child, but then up into your downward facing dog. Good job. Take a breath in. And a breath out. We do this once more, slowly. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down to the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana, slide forward, press tops of the feet down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Bend the knees, gaze forward towards the hands, and then slowly walk your way towards the top of the mat. Knees can be bent a lot, whatever is necessary for you to comfortably arrive, and then just let the upper body hang forward. Good. You want to grab opposite elbows, your feet are hip distance, maybe you want to take them even wider. Head is heavy, and we start dangling softly from side to side, swaying. Drawing the belly inwards a little, resting the belly towards the thighs. So you can also bend the knees more if that feels good. Feeling a sensation of decompression in the spine and the neck. Taking another full long breath here. And then release your hands. Bring fingertips to the ground. Bend the knees so much that you can lengthen through the spine. And on your exhale, once again, release into that forward fold. Head is heavy. Once again, inhale, fingertips to the ground, bend the knees, long spine. You can bend the knees as much as necessary. This is a half forward fold. And exhale, fold all the way down. Last time. Inhale, half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold all the way down. Good. We come to standing, bend the knees, take your arms over side, stand up with a straight back, gaze up to your thumbs, hands meet above head. And exhale, draw the breath, the energy towards your center, and release the hands next to the body for Tadasana. We're taking the feet closer, either hip distance or with the big toes touching. Roll the shoulders up, take an inhale. Bring them back and down on your exhale. On your inhale, take your arms over side, gaze up to your hands. On the exhale, softly fold forward. Knees can be super bent. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, step your right foot back, then your left foot back for your plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring knees, chest, and chin down or lower halfway for chaturanga if this is something that you practice. Inhale, choose your cobra as before or your upward facing dog. And on the exhale, find your way back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, come into the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. On the inhale, step the right foot, then the left foot forward into your half forward fold. And on the exhale, fold all the way down. Come to standing. Inhale, take your arms over side. And this time, with your left hand, grab the right wrist. On the exhale, lean to the left side, side stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, second side, right hand to left wrist, lean over to the right. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the arms over side, bend the knees and dive down all the way straight ahead into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long back. Exhale, step the left foot back, the right foot back for your plank pose. Take an inhale here, keep your patience. On the exhale, choose your way down to the ground through your chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, choose the back bend, could be a cobra or an up dog. And exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Good, take a breath in. And a breath out. Gaze forward on the inhale. Step the left foot forward, then the right foot for half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold all the way down, Uttanasana. Come to standing, inhale, Urdhva Stasana, gaze up. One more time into the side stretch. Left hand to the right wrist, exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the second side. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, release the arms down. Roll the shoulders up, inhale. And bring them back and down, exhale. Just take a moment to observe any sensations in the body. Temperature, flow of breath. Good. Enjoy one more moment of grounding, of stillness. And then from here, we'll sit back into a chair pose, bringing a bit of energy into the legs, sitting all the hips all the way back, drawing the low belly in, sending the arms forward. You want to try and bring the tailbone down, lengthening that low back. Staying for 3 breaths with patience. In, out, inhale, exhale. Inhale. And exhale, bring your arms over side. Interlace the fingers behind the back as we did in the beginning. Lift the heart as you inhale. And now on the exhale, bring the belly onto thighs. Fold forward into your forward fold. Now your hands might be falling overhead if that feels a lot for the shoulders. Option to release the hands and just come back into your forward fold. If you need to, position your feet differently so you feel stable. Shift the weight towards the toes. Rest the belly towards the thighs. Let the energy rush towards the head, just for 2 long breaths. Good, and then bring the hands towards the low back. Release the hands, come onto the fingertips, half forward fold, lengthen through the spine. And then either step into your plank pose, take a flow of movements, or step straight into your downward facing dog. This is your choice. Good. Opening up through the chest on the inhale if you're moving. And meeting all together in the downward facing dog. Good job. Take a breath in. And sigh it out. Good. We take the right hand a little further towards the center of the mat, creating some space. Inhale, lift your right leg up into the air. On the exhale, take a big step onto the outside of the right hand. Your ankle should be under the knee, so if you need to make some adjustments, bring the left knee down. Drop the hips a bit lower, open the chest for your lizard pose. Now we often hold a lot of tension in the groins, so see where you want to be with your hips. Choose to stay here on the hands, or maybe walk the hands forward a little. You could also bring the forearms onto your prop if you have one, or onto the ground if it feels accessible for you today. And then we stay tuned back into that smooth breath, inhaling, exhaling, in, out, in, and out. Take one last breath in through the nose. Or maybe you want to sigh it out. Good. Walk the hands back under the shoulders if they're not there yet. And then walk the hands a little closer to you. Take the right hand onto the outside of the right leg. Pull the hips back and slide the right heel all the way over to the left side. So you can land your right knee towards the right wrist. You want to make sure your knee and your hip are kind of aligned, or you open the knee a bit more. Slide the left leg back, point the toes, lift the heart a little. If you're hovering a lot, that's fine. Or maybe you want to prop yourself up with one of these things that you have, a cushion or your block, but it's okay if you're not touching the ground. You want to walk the hands forward slowly, either coming onto the forearms, making that cushion for your forehead again, or if you happen to have loads of space, just resting all the way down. See where you want to be. Bring your focus to the sensations in the body. Maybe you feel a stretch in the right outer bum. We're not trying to force anything, but rather allow for the shape to have its effect on the body. Releasing any expectations. Good. Take one more breath here. Slowly walking the hands back towards the upper body. And then from here, we'll lean over to the right side and swing the left leg around out in front of us. And then we try and step the left foot onto the outside of the right knee. If your left thumb comes off the mat a lot, try and ground it down. If it doesn't work, extend your right leg. See which variation of the legs you want to choose. Wrap your right arm around the left leg so you can sit up tall, reach the left arm up. And then turn to the left side for your twist. Land the left fingertips behind you just lightly. Open the chest. Find a point, the drishti, to rest your gaze on. Come back to that smooth breath. Always take yourself out of the mind, out of the thoughts, back into the body and into the breath. Good. On your next inhale, come back to the center. On the exhale, take a soft twist to the open side. Good. And then gaze back forward. Take the fingertips behind you. Slide your shins in front of each other. And see if you can roll with a bit of momentum over the feet. If this doesn't work, just come over one side. Hands on the mat. And step back into your downward facing dog. If you wanted to add a vinyasa here, if this is in your practice and you're craving more movement, you can go for that. Otherwise, just pedal the legs for a moment. And then slowly set up for the second side. Left hand moves towards the center a little. Left leg reaches up. And with control and with bringing the shoulders forward, we make that big step with the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Make any adjustments to the position of your foot so your shin is perpendicular to the ground. and your right knee comes down to the mat. Just taking a moment to arrive, see if you're comfortable in the position. It's okay if there is a certain stimulation, a stretch is fine, but no need for any specific pain. So see if you want to make adjustments to the hip position, to the arm position. Staying on the hands, using a proper coming into the ground. And once you have found your shape for today for this pose, then release any fidgeting and come back into the breath. Good, take another breath in through the nose. Maybe side out. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders and then even closer to you. Take the left hand onto the outside of the left leg. Pull the hips back till you can pull the left leg over. Heel to the right side, left knee towards the left wrist. Maybe take the knee out a little more so you can align your hips pointing towards the front. And then push the right leg back. Once you're ready, point the toes, lift the heart just for a moment. And then slowly make your way with the hands forward. You could also stay here. This could be plenty for you today. Or you come onto the forearms, resting the head onto your arms, or laying all the way down. You can always close the eyes, turn your attention inwards, and see what your body needs today. A few conscious breaths in silence. Yeah, take one more breath here. And slowly walk the hands back towards the upper body. We're leaning to the left side, bringing the right leg all the way around out in front of us. Stepping the right foot over the left leg, outside of the left knee, and trying to ground the right bum down. If this doesn't quite happen, just extend your left leg forward. Reach the left arm around to sit taller. Right arm reaches up. And then we turn to the right side with the belly towards the bended leg. Right fingertips landing just lightly. Opening the chest. Chin parallel to the floor. Finding a soft focus in the eyes. Getting back into the breath. On your next inhale, come back forward. And exhale, open to the second side. Good. From here, gaze back forward. Bring the fingertips behind you to unravel and extend the legs in front of you. You want to extend both legs coming into Dandasana for a moment. You want to have your feet about hip distance apart, so a third foot would fit in between. The toes are pointing up and the knees are pointing up. Now, if you're finding yourself sitting in a rounded back, that's very natural. Then try and bend the knees a little more, really focusing on the long spine. Once again, looking for that decompressing sensation. Hands come next to the hips, arms extended, shoulders back and down. Lift the back of your head a little, chin comes down just a little. So you're trying to lengthen the spine from the very base of the spine till the back of your head. And this pose may look simple, but it asks a lot of activation, a lot of strength. We want to stay and take 3 more conscious breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Good. From here, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, and you can bend the knees more for that. You want to once again aim for the belly towards the thighs, much rather than bringing the head down. Landing the hands wherever could be the ground, the shins, the feet, wherever you reach. Think half forward fold, lift the chest. And exhale, fold over your legs. Once again, refrain from the tendency of wanting to pull, push, or achieve anything specific, and just breathe your way into this forward fold. Invite the intention to let go of any tensions and really wind down, relax with every breath. Yeah, to leave the posture, either extend the arms overhead as you got in, or press the hands into the earth for a little bit of support in sitting up. We bring the hands behind us, the fingertips pointing towards the body, and we pull the heels in just as much till the soles of the feet are touching the ground. Feet are still hip distance. We push the hips towards the heels and then all the way up into a reverse tabletop, opening through the groins, the belly, and the chest. Now you can either look to the knees, you can look up to the ceiling, or if your neck feels good, you can softly, slowly bring the head backwards, opening the throat. We'll once again take 3 lines, breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Mouth open, tongue out. Twice more in. And last one. Good. Bring your hips towards your wrists. Your head will follow very naturally in looking forward. And then from here, we want to lay down. Before you do so, make sure you have one of your props close to you, be it your blanket, your cushion, your block. And then slowly, with the help of your hands, come to lay down. If you don't have any prop, I'll show you in just a second what we'll do without that. So once you arrive on the back, your feet are stood up on the ground really close to the body. We're lifting the hips up and placing our prop underneath the pelvis in a way that allows us to rest the whole weight of the pelvis down. All we want to achieve is having the hips a little higher than the heart. Now the block or your prop shouldn't bother you, so make sure you're comfortable here. And then once you're ready, you can bring one knee up to the chest and the other. And if you're stable, extending the legs up to the ceiling for Viparita Karani. Now, if you don't have any prop, what you can do is just place your hands underneath the bum, palms are facing down. And this simply makes it a little easier to keep the legs up. And you have a slight elevation, and most importantly, you have the legs all the way up. Now, this posture is supposed to, or can help to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for our regeneration, our rest, our digestion, our healing. And to support that effect, we can prolong our exhales a little. So that means we take soft inhales through the nose and a little longer exhales through the nose. No pressure, no effort. Try to do this in a rhythm that feels soothing. And either close the eyes or gaze towards your toes. Stay for 5 long breaths. And then go ahead and bend your knees, place the feet back down to the ground, lift your pelvis just a little, take your block out to the side and ground your low back mindfully, slowly. As you arrive, take your feet a bit further apart, rest the knees towards each other in the center, and place your hands on the upper body in a way that feels calming and soothing. Just take a moment to observe how you feel after these practices. How does your energy level feel now? What's the quality of your breath? And then from here, walk the feet back together. Bring one knee to the chest, then the other. Hug around the shins. Rock a bit from side to side on the low back. And either stay like this or reach for the ankles or maybe outer edges of the feet for your happy baby pose and press the low back into the ground, rocking from side to side. Good. Just enjoying for a breath or two. Or feel free to do any other final movement that feels necessary, anything that needs to be balanced or loosened up. And then slowly, mindfully stretching out on the mat for a moment of deep rest, assuming our Savasana pose, the corpse posture, which means we're letting go of any doing, any thinking. Stretching out, giving arms and legs a lot of space, allowing the shoulders to sink down into the ground and the head, relaxing the jaw, the tongue, relaxing the eyes behind the closed lids. And simply dropping back into stillness, allowing ourselves a moment of rest and regeneration. Good. And then slowly bring your attention back to the breath. Begin to deepen the breath, to awaken the body. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe you want to circle the wrists, the ankles. And gradually allowing the breath to become deeper, the movements more generous. You may want to bring your arms overhead, give yourself a big, big stretch and a deep breath. And then bend your knees and roll onto one side. Stay here for a moment, maybe with the eyes closed, giving yourself a loving, kind hug. Just expressing some appreciation for having taken the time for your practice. And then from here, press your hands into the ground for a little bit of support and sitting up. Finding a comfortable upright sitting position, maybe with the legs crossed. And just for a moment, joining the palms together in front of the heart, the gesture of connecting your mind and your body. Taking a last conscious breath in through the nose. And a sigh out through the mouth. When you're ready, you can slowly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you feel relaxed, calm down in the mind and in the body. Please let me know what you thought about this practice and what you want to see in the next video. There's a new video every week. And have a look at the description box below. I have beautiful offerings for you, yoga retreats, teacher trainings, music playlists, and all kinds of beautiful things. Let's stay connected, and I'll see you in the new video.